On the last day of November 2021, the pod of California Brown Pelicans was seen flying with purpose above the beaches of the Pacific Ocean, heading toward Ponto Beach in Carlsbad, California. They seemingly had been notified through their unique communication system that food was waiting for them at the mouth of the stone jetties, which are a local iconic landmark, an interesting place to watch the waves and the tides moving in and out. Normally you see the occasional pod of about a dozen or so California brown pelicans gliding on their broad wings between 6 and 10 feet in span in an effortless motion, usually in a V-shaped formation, either skimming just above the ocean's surface or 100 or so feet above the beach, catching the updrafts from the bluffs on the beach as they move about looking for food. Their wing beats are slow, deep, and powerful, and are silent except during their wing-jerking display, which force air from their lungs, which then produce a low, hoarse sound. At the mouth of the jetties, the pod of pelicans joined hundreds of other brown pelicans, which were feverishly plunge diving for the churning small fish like anchovies, mullet, herring, and other fish which were schooling in the water. Wave after wave of pelicans dove with abandon like kamikaze planes from as high as 50 feet, going after their target in a frenzy. After spotting their prey and initiating their dive, pelicans hit the water with such a high force that it stuns their quarry. Air sacs throughout their bodies help the pelicans manage the shock from the collision with the water. The pelican doesn't actually scoop the fish into their expandable throat pouches when they initially hit the water. Instead, with the fish stunned, it gives the pelican time to then lift the disoriented prey into their large pouch, drain the water from their pouch, and then gulp down the fish. Capable of carrying 3 gallons of fish and water, the pelican has the largest pouch of any bird in the world. The ever-present scavenger seagulls joined the frenzied foray by floating on the water above the schooling fish, waiting for the leftovers, occasionally stealing fish right out of the pelican's pouch and screeching out in victory. The California brown pelican, closely related to the Peruvian pelican, are the only pelican species to perform the spectacular head-first dives to trap fish. The pelican hurtles down towards the surface and then at the last moment rolls 180 degrees to the left onto their back, stretching out as far as possible, making itself a dart, an arrow as it pierces the water at an angle, bead pointed back parallel to its folded wings. Then into the water it enters with a splash before struggling back up while grabbing a fish, shaking itself and flapping those enormous wings to take off to do it again. This was repeated over and over while getting their fill of at least 4 pounds of fish. For many Californians, the magnificent coastline is part of the natural identity, and the brown pelican is a treasured part of that image. The brown pelican is one of the most distinctive and popular birds that call California home.